I hate to say it, folks, but it looks like Trump has these people by the balls. He's got these people by the balls. Because I just saw this headline at Breitbart. The U.S. Capitol is beefing up security ahead of these anticipated protests. Welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday. It's kind of gray here. Enjoying my coffee this morning. One of those mornings where I just don't want to get up, don't want to do anything. But the sergeant at arms from the Capitol Police went over to Twitter, and he says that they're anticipating demonstration activity across the country related to the possible indictment of former President Trump. While law enforcement is not tracking any specific credible threats against the Capitol or state offices, there's potential for demonstration activity. No credible threats, but they're beefing up security. Can we say police state? Taking a sip of my coffee here. So just scouring the headlines this morning. Oh, but this is getting good, folks. This is getting good. So there's an article here at the New York Times. And of course, you know the New York Times, they hate Trump. Now, I didn't vote for Trump. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I do not like it when we've got a government going after people like this, and especially this Alvin Bragg character in New York, this DA, who, by the way, I believe it was last year, put out a memo of all his plans as DA. One of them was to lower these felonies to misdemeanors. I think this guy is suffering from black guilt, and I'd like to know who the hell names their son Alvin? Seriously, who names their kid Alvin? Well, I'm sure I'll get a lot of flack about that in the comment section below. So the old gray lady, getting grayer, says here, New York authorities prepare for unprecedented arrest of an ex-president. Ahead of a likely indictment, law enforcement officials are making security plans as some of Donald J. Trump's supporters signal they intend to protest. Well, guess how they're going to protest? Because I have this over here at Newsweek. They're planning a major national run on the banks. That's how Trump supporters are going to protest. That's the best way you do it. Pull your money out. Or take our money elsewhere is what these protesters are trying to say. So pull your money out. I'll get flack for that too in the comment section below. So it says here at Newsweek, when a large number of depositors rush to withdraw their funds is what a bank run is. They're describing to you what a bank run is. Did that come out right? So this will be another one-take video. It is what it is today. When a large number of depositors rush to withdraw their funds from the bank simultaneously, its impact could lead to a full-blown banking crisis. Oh my God. Well, I think we already have that with SVB. Thank you very much. The calls also appear to reflect how increased polarization in politics has led some to attempt to bring political views into the world of finance. Quote, be ashamed if Trump supporters led a nationwide bank run, said Jack Posobiec, who's a major Trump supporter, alt-right activist. Who are these alt-right activists? See, I can't even get the words out this morning. I've been having the worst couple of weeks with this, trying to do a YouTube video. Our Wi-Fi isn't working. Like I said, the weather is gray. It's still cold. Yesterday was the first day of spring. At least I got my pipe, my corncob pipe, and my coffee. Keeps me going. Then Vincent Sedevilla, another Trump supporter, called Posobiec's Posobiec's strategy a brilliant, ingenious way to show, and that's in quotes, by the way, a brilliant, ingenious way to show the nation just how many Americans can do to support the former president. This is funny. Now, in Newsweek, they've got a graphic here, picture of Trump smiling. It's up in the upper right-hand corner. He's got a blue background, so it's a headshot of him smiling. And then there's a picture of these people at Wells Fargo, wherever it is, pulling their money out of the ATM. Calls for others to join in and pull their money out of the banking system come after Trump announced that he expects to be arrested on Tuesday morning in the New York case related to hush money payments he allegedly made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Over the weekend, Trump urged his supporters to, quote, protest his imminent indictment. Now, I think what Trump's doing here, he's getting the establishment all riled up. That's what he's doing. This is classic Trump. And they fall for it every time. That's the funniest thing. They fall for this every time. So this DA is trying to go after Trump for a case that's like 7 or 8 years old. Involves $130,000. Remember Michael Cohen? And they have this Costello fellow, I forget his first name, that the Trump team wanted to testify in this trial. But these are such weak charges. I mean, you're really going to have to prove here that there was some malfeasance, that, you know, Trump took this out of campaign funds or what have you. Ooh, growing chatter. In a Monday statement, GWI told Newsweek it has detected, quote, growing chatter around the topic. Pardon me. But the chatter is growing at a logarithmic rate. Ooh, there you go. Which will hamper the narrative's ability to spread, marginalizing any impact that may occur. GWI's graphs show that the volume of searches for a potential bank run nearly quadrupled between Friday and Saturday, with queries rising again on Monday. So that's at Newsweek. And this is confirmed also at The Independent. Trump supporters plan run on banks to protest his arrest. Some Trump supporters are planning a bank run protest in the event that the former president gets arrested in Manhattan this week. But I was at work last night, and they had a reporter, I think it was NBC News, NBC Nightly News. He was out on the streets in Manhattan. There was like nobody there. There was like maybe 20 protesters with Trump signs. They go, can you just picture this, folks? Just work with me here, okay? This is like theater of the mind here on this channel. Can you tell? At one time I worked in radio. But just picture this, okay? So they're out in front of Trump Tower, wherever in Manhattan, and you see Trump come out, and there's like a crowd of reporters, like vultures, the shutterbugs. Rush Limbaugh used to call them the shutterbugs. So the shutterbugs are out there. All the authorities are out there. You know, the CIA maybe, you know, the FBI. They're going to get Trump. By God, they're going to get him somehow. On a case that's 7 or 8 years old. So try to indict Trump. Bring him out of Trump Tower. In handcuffs. Everyone's standing around, all these Trump supporters with signs to say, free Trump, free Trump. This would be the greatest media blitz ever. The greatest media blitz ever. And I can guarantee you this would seal the deal for 2024. That Trump would get reelected in a landslide after this. When you've got people on the Democrat side, I think Nancy Pelosi, I mean, some of these hardcore anti-Trumpers coming out and saying, you know, DA, you shouldn't do this. I think they know why he shouldn't do this, because it's going to make the Democrats look bad in 2024. According to the George Washington Institute, or Initiative rather, GWI, which just mentioned here in this article at Newsweek, an organization that highlights disinformation, Donald Trump supporters have increasingly advocated for a bank run in recent days as a nonviolent form of social disobedience. Quote, driven by false flag paranoia, Trump supporters are leaning into the bank run call to action over other nonviolent forms of social disobedience, such as boycotts and calling on strikes. This narrative has already surpassed the chatter it received yesterday, the group said in a tweet on Monday. The goal is to cause as much harm as possible. There you go. Pull your money out and take it elsewhere. The protests, at least with Trump supporters, we can say this: they put their money where their mouth is, or however that old saying goes. The protest plans come after Mr. Trump posted on Truth Social that he expected to be arrested on Tuesday as part of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's grand jury investigation into a $130,000 hush money payment he's accused of making to porn star Stormy Daniels in 2016 for silence about an affair she allegedly had a decade earlier. Ooh, an affair. Like, this is shocking to people that people give out hush money to make people go away. Can we say Kobe Bryant? No, he's passed on. Didn't he die in that helicopter crash? Folks, I can't keep up anymore. So that's at, this is at The Independent. So Newsweek Independent talking about this bank run. And nobody's covering this except for these two. In fact, I didn't see NBC cover this or MSNBC or CBS. Nobody's covering this except these two sites, as far as I know. And I really didn't see any footage of any major protest. So this will be interesting to see what plays out here in the next 24 hours, 40 hours, next week, whatever it is. However long it's going to take for them to indict Trump. I mean, but everybody's on edge today. You can kind of feel it in the air. And I'm flipping through the channels. Come on, give us an update somewhere. Something's got to be going on here somewhere. So I thought I'd come here and talk about this. Don't want to get too long in the video. Hope I covered everything. So the big news of the day is that the U.S. Capitol is beefing up security. As you know, they've got security up in New York, in Manhattan. And they got a picture here at Breitbart of the Capitol building, and it looks deserted. There's like maybe a handful of people out in front, and they've got a sign that says, "Stop," putting up all these bike racks or whatever, barricades. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can find me at Twitter, Cultural Confederacy at Twitter. So thanks for being with me. Thanks for being a part of this thing we call the Cultural Confederacy. This is the Cultural Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll catch you next time.